everyone from Evenstar. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2019. I hope it is a beautiful year for you, and wanted to start the year off with a bang with a Facebook Live on the 2nd of January. Go me. And I thought it was interesting and important to share my insights into writing things down that we all love to do at this time of year, which we traditionally call resolutions, but I much prefer the word intention. So writing intentions for the new year, and how this is really actually a very powerful thing to do. In fact, not when you've had half a bottle of wine on New Year's Eve, but instead with the first new moon of the new year, and that is occurring this weekend. So it's Sunday in Australia and Saturday elsewhere. Haven't got the whole globe in my head as to who's when, but it's certainly Sunday in Australia. Sorry, I'm just going to turn that sound off. So I thought that it was good timing to do that this week and get everybody a bit of a heads up as to how to go about that, so you can really achieve a lot with what you set as your intentions, and having things that are meaningful and worthwhile, and that are going to continue to be like that for you a bit beyond mid-February, which can often be the case. That we know we write things down, scribble things down a bit mindlessly around New Year's Eve, but we really know that we're just going to be putting them in the bin, either mentally or physically, by mid-February. So hopefully this will give you something that is a bit more helpful this year. So the new moon always is associated with hope, with creation, with sowing the seeds of what we want to bring into fruition. And this is something that is especially powerful at this time of a year, when it's a new year as well, and we have all that sort of doubled up or tripled up with the energy of the new year. So what is the key really to this, I think, is that we first of all need to know what we need to let go of, so that we have the space to bring the new things or the better things into our life that we want to have as part of our intention for the new year. So that is the number one thing. So making sure that we let go of anything that no longer serves us. Now, that can be people, that can be a mindset, that can be a habit, that can be a way of speaking to yourself or to others. Maybe a job, it may be the type of TV program you watch. It could be absolutely anything, but something that is no longer serving you, that you need to let go of, to allow the space for bigger and better things to come into your life. And that can be not always the most comfortable thing, because unfortunately as humans, we do have a bit of a habit for liking and needing what is comfortable and familiar to us, even when that is not something that's healthy. So you may find that you know intuitively that you need to let go of something, but you don't really want to on one level because it's comfortable. So we kind of have a bit of a dichotomy between needing things that are familiar, make us feel safe, make us feel secure, but then also needing to have change and needing to have excitement and adventure. So we're a bit split in that way, I believe, as humans, but we do need to always have a bit of a bright spark of possibility in our lives in some area, so that we have that motivation to keep going. So this new moon, this first new moon of the year, is also a partial solar eclipse, which gives us and the new moon a bit of an extra boost of energy. So it's a super powerful time to be setting intentions. This energy of this eclipse is going to hang around for about 6 months. So there's a bit of an eclipse season coming up. We have a lunar eclipse later in January, and then the particular energy of this partial solar eclipse is going to hang around until I think it's about July, when there's another one. So this new moon and the solar eclipse are in the sign of Capricorn, and this is a beautiful, earthy, practical sign. So it's kind of perfect for writing intentions, for writing down things and planning things that we can do and achieve on a practical level, and really taking action-oriented steps to be able to achieve that. So Capricorn is all about focus and structure, and really bringing things onto the physical plane. So it's very much associated with work and career. So especially if you're feeling that you want to set intentions in relation to those aspects of your life, this is perfect. And also public life. So if you have a drive or a desire, especially within your work, to be maybe more noticed or more on a public stage with what you do with your life, then this is really supported by this kind of energy. So we want to bring our intentions to the physical plane. So don't forget that anything that you can imagine or dream or desire in your mind already exists on one level. It already exists on that spiritual plane, but we're wanting to bring it to the physical plane. And this is why that Capricorn earthy energy, literally bringing things down to earth for you, is absolutely perfect for being able to do that. So what happens with a solar eclipse is that the moon blocks the sun. Now, if we think about this on the energetic level, so that's that lunar, yin, feminine, inward-looking, dark, really quiet and thoughtful and insightful energy, blocking the yang, out there, open, public, physical, masculine energy of the sun. And I think that's really amazingly beautiful for us in our current modern Western society, because we're really very much expected and taught to live in with that yang energy. So having that blocked is effectively like turning off your modem. It's a reset. It's really hitting the reset button energetically, and especially allowing you access to all of that much more feminine, intuitive energy that is available through the moon. So insight, imagination, and we're especially prompted and supported with this to set intentions around creativity and even start creative projects at this time of year. So keep that in mind if that's something that you're wanting to do. You're really supported to do that at the moment. So what I wanted to let you know about is my 3-list approach to setting intentions for the new year, and even for any new moon, but we are all very commonly likely to be setting intentions at this time of year. So this is an approach that I believe is going to bring about a lot more success with setting your intentions. The first step is what I alluded to at the beginning of the video, is the let go list. So it's actually writing down all those things that you actually need to let go of before you have the energy and the space to bring in the new things you're wanting to bring in. Very important that you write this list first. Now, this is the list that I did write on New Year's Eve. If you haven't done that yet, that's okay. Do it this week. Do it preferably before the weekend, so before that new moon energy comes in. You might find it useful to use my 5-star well-being approach to think through each of the areas of your life. So number 1 is food. Do you need to stop doing anything around food? It might be that you need to stop obsessing about food. Do you need to stop binging on lollies? Do you need to stop eating very late at night? Whatever it is, there's an absolute multitude of things it could be, but just think through food. Is there anything in your life that you need to stop? Do you need to stop eating alone in front of the television instead of eating as a family? Next one is movement. Do you need to stop putting your kids' activities before your own and therefore not getting any exercise or physical movement into your own life? Do you need to stop paying for an expensive car park at work, therefore motivating and making yourself incorporate exercise into your commute? Third one is sleep. Do you need to stop using your smartphone as an alarm? Do you need to stop your Netflix binges late at night? Do you need to stop Drinking coffee in the evening, that's a food and a sleep aspect coming in together. So, whatever it is around sleep that you need to stop doing to become the best version of yourself that you can become. The fourth one is surroundings. So, thinking about your surroundings, wherever you have control of them. Do you need to stop buying scented candles? Do you need to stop using your air conditioning all the time, even when it's a really beautiful day outside and you could maybe have the windows open? Do you need to stop paying a gardener to look after your garden when actually it's something that you really love to do? Maybe you should pay a cleaner instead and have your house clean, but get out in the garden. And the fifth one is being. Now, this is a really broad one. It kind of covers everything that is not covered by the other four. And I know people sometimes struggle to get their heads around that. So, really, it's everything. So, it's to do with job and career, it's to do with your spiritual health, your mental health. Um, what you do for fun, making sure you have fun in your life, your relationships. So, everything else goes in that big being bucket. And you need to just make sure and think through, is there anything that you need to let go of in that capacity? Do you need to stop prioritizing everybody else's happiness ahead of your own? Are there people in your life that you need to let go of, or at least tone down how much time you spend with them because they're actually not healthy for you? So thinking through all those five might be helpful to you for your letting go list. Second list is the keep on keeping on list. So this is the list of things that you are already doing. Perhaps you've just started them. Perhaps you want to do them more. Perhaps you want to do them better. Whatever it is, it's things that you already have in your life, but you want to add to and make more in some way, in a quality or quantity aspect. So that's your keep on keeping on list. So again, think through those five aspects of 5-star wellbeing to help you make sure you've covered off all the bases. And then the final list, which is the one that you really do want to write on the weekend with the new moon energy, is your start now list. What do you want to bring into your life to fill in the gap that you've got now, energetically, having let go of things that no longer serve you? What are you going to bring newly into that space? So what are you going to give your attention to in this new year? Remembering that your intentions need your attention in order to be brought through to the physical plane. What we want to do then with those three lists is with the second two, so you keep on keeping on and your start now list, you want to put them somewhere safe that you can actually refer back to them. I would advise that you do that every new moon. You check back, look at your list, check how you're going, maybe tweak things if you need to, but we really need to check and celebrate our successes as we go through the year. And of course, you can add new things to those lists if you want to. The letting go list, often it is very beneficial to actually physically let go of those things. So burn that list, bury that list, rip it up into tiny shards and throw it out with the wind. Whatever is meaningful to you, float it off on the sea or on a river, whatever you want to do, but to actually physically let go of that stuff is very powerful. So they are my suggestions. I really hope that 2019 brings you peace and freedom, love and happiness, health and well-being. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to get in contact with me. I would also like to say before I go that myself and the beautiful Vicky are doing our first circle for 2019, our yin yoga meditation and Reiki circle, and that is going to give you the opportunity to think through these lists, be supported energetically with letting go through the yin yoga and the meditation, and the Reiki will be there to support you through what you need to do to make 2019 the best year it possibly can be for you. We are running this circle just on Friday, the 11th of January at 6:30 p.m. in Williamstown. You can go to my events. There is a Facebook event there as well. If you would like to book in, the numbers are certainly very limited, as they always are, so I would advise that you book as soon as possible if you're in that area and you'd like to join us. Otherwise, for the meantime, please enjoy holidays if you're having them, and wherever you are and whatever you're doing, be well. Bye now.